message out of him. That's why he wrote "Thank You, Cancer," which went viral in Huffington Post, saying that I have no complaints, I have no regrets, I have lived my life to fullest. And he wanted everybody to live their life to fullest and be happy.
The thing I taught forever, and my seniors at the end of the year, and they always know my motto is life is short, choose joy. And when I had met with Asit and told me about Shalin and what he had done, that echoed how I always feel, and I would hope that what people would take from this is life is short. You don't know. So you have two choices in life. You can be a pain in the ass and be miserable, or you can choose joy. And I've chosen joy. That's what I do.
Well, for me, I want all the audience members to really appreciate life, for the good, but also the bad that comes with life. I think I'd say my favorite quote that Shalin wrote is the one about how bad has to exist for you to appreciate the good. And what I do with my patients, I treat sarcoma, and all that I treat is sarcoma patients. We see a lot of bad. There really is a lot of bad. And I know there's some heads nodding in the audience that have been through all the bad with me, but yet we still find some good. And I know I only see a small portion of what my patients go through, so I know there's a lot more bad that happens that I don't see, but yet I still also see very much the good. I see that when I follow up with the patients, when they come back and see me after their surgeries, after their treatment, and they tell me about things like their vacations that they've taken, their marriages, and so that marriage really touched me because I know some of my own patients have gone through that as well. So I think it's really this appreciation that life, as the other panelists have said, we don't know what's going to happen in life. You'll get good, you'll get bad, but you learn to appreciate, you learn to make the best out of it. And that's even with a very aggressive disease like sarcoma.
For me, I did not read that book which Mr. Shukla mentioned, but I think Shalin had become a book for me. When I saw him, in spite suffering from cancer, in spite doctor had told him that because of cancer you are going to die, he chose to thank cancer. He accepted what God has given. That was one of the biggest learnings. So, as you said, don't do why, what you can do. So what Shalin did was amazing. He accepted that. He found positiveness. If you please read his article, it's a very small article on HuffPost. You don't need to read the whole book. Just one-page article, but he has put his heart into it. And that kind of affected me a lot. And then as I started working on his story, 3 things I learned, which I would like to highlight as you ask what I think audience can take, is that 3 things I learned. Number 1 is that have gratitude for who you have in life and what you have in life, instead of chasing something which is part of your imagination and feeling sad about it. Just God has given you enough, you can have a gratitude. Now that's number 1. Number 2 is being in the moment. Shalin knew he was going to die after a few days, but as his dad said, each time you go, he was cracking jokes. He was living in that moment, right in that moment. He didn't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow to him. He didn't talk about past also, that would have happened at that time. He was just living in the moment, he was there all the time. And the third thing is unconditional love. That story teaches us unconditional love. We knew they were in love, but Fiona, her name is Francis Chen, and she proposed him after knowing that he's going to be no more, and they loved each other so much, and so they those three things I think we all know about these three things, but if we have some story to remind us, it definitely helps us a lot. So those are the three things I would like audience to know. And the last thing is that as Dad also requested, I would say that I put almost 10 years of my life, and I'm not complaining. I really enjoyed it. I'm blessed that Shalin gave us this story, and parents gave me this permission to make the film. But I spent 10 hours to tell that story because I believed in that story. I think I can contribute to the society and to world by sharing this story. If you like the story, my only request is that we definitely need help. Right now it's playing in AMC theaters all around US. And my only slight regret is that not many people are showing up. So just please do, if you have friends and family around the US, please use your network, and if you can add at least one person to who are going to see it, I will be very obliged, and I will really thank you. So that is what I want to ask.
Hello. I just kept it for last to thank Shalin's girlfriend who became his wife at the end, but I really wanted to thank her because she gave a lot of support to Shalin. And during that time, girlfriends leave, but she stood with him, and they both got married on April 24th, and May 16th he passed away. So that's the thing, but I really want to thank her.
So we're going to open it up to questions from the audience. Our panelists, please stay here, and we'll get some photos later. But we have a couple of individuals who requested before the movie started to say a few brief words. So we have Meher Gandhi who's here, and so if you could come forward, we have a mic. And then we also have a second individual who will say a few words. Sana Shah. Sana Shah.
Yeah, thank you. So it's particularly emotional for me because I happen to know some of you in the panel here. It's a beautifully made movie which talks not about cancer or loss, but more about love, gratitude, and the purpose of life. Shalin led a small life here, but he left a big impact on everyone's life that he came in contact with. He did not leave back memories. He left behind a way of looking at life. I am happy to share that we were in Hawaii at that time in May 2015, and the posts were circulating about his health deteriorating and to post about the sunsets, and we did post something from there and remembered him. Even though I did not know him personally, I do know his parents, but it was a moment that really was very, very touching and very humbling that a person in such a short time could make such a big impact in everyone's life. My comment or question to the audience is, and I think Asita, you covered it very beautifully, is when you are driving back, just think about it. If Shalin was with us in the theater tonight, what is the one thing that he would want you to take from his life? Just think about it. You don't have to answer anyone, just something for you to think about and ponder about how important the way we live life is. So that's all. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to watch the movie here, and we'll definitely spread the word to make other people aware and support the movie, because we definitely need more movies that are so touching, so real, based on real life, that we will support it wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. We'll go and turn it over to Sana, and then we can open it up.
Hi everyone, I'm Sana. I'm actually a medical student at UC Irvine. I'm a fourth year, so I'm just wrapping up many, many years of training before I continued to train for many, many years. And yeah, this is, I mean, I just came from work, obviously, so this wasn't intentional. And I didn't know what I was walking into. I was just asked, just watch the film and tell everyone what you think. And I was crying the whole time. But importantly, I had to tell a patient today that he was dying from cancer. So it's really like a burden on them. Like, so many people were involved in his care who are so invested and have so much love for Shalin. And I learned so much from like the perspective of a future healthcare provider, how to talk to the families and how to sit with them. And I think the kindest thing that I saw you both do for your son is honor his wishes, because I can't tell you how many patients I have right now whose families are fighting what they want, who, like, the patient wants to go peacefully and live their life, and the parents are fighting for something else, or the spouse is fighting for something else. So yeah, I mean, like, cancer is a terrible thing, but this gave me such a beautiful outlook on how people grieve, and like, your grief is still very evident, and I'm grieving my patients, and I don't know them very well, and now I'm also grieving Shalin with you. So I feel like your form of grief is such a true form of love for your son, and I really appreciate you sharing your story with the world. I'm sure it's not easy to see it again and again play out, your family's toughest moments, but you handled it with so much grace, so thank you.
Before we open it up to anyone else with questions, I think there's one word which is critical, and it's a word we usually use with older individuals who are like 60, 70, 80, about to pass on. And we talk about what is their legacy in life. And their legacy in life is, what are they leaving behind that it's not who you were, what you did, but what will people remember you for? And how will their lives be changed because of what you did? So legacy. It's very rare to see an individual who's 22 years old who's left a legacy not only to the family, the community, but worldwide, the inspiration which is spread globally. So again, I think the credit goes to the parents for the values that you gave and instilled in him. So I think once again, let's give a hand to the parents. We're going to open it up if anyone has a question or comment or feedback or suggestion for how to help promote the movie. Feel free to raise your hand, and we have a microphone. So.
I just have a question. I will do my part to try and share the movie because I think everybody needs to see this. First off, thank you to Shalin's parents for allowing his story to be told.
Very emotional. Sorry, I was hoping to do this without crying. I think this is something that the world needs to see right now. I think there's so many broken parts of the world that I think that messages like this, to look at positivity, be grateful. He had every reason to be negative and resentful, and he chose not to. And I think that's a testament to how you guys raised him and the things that you instilled in him. So thank you guys for allowing his message to be shared. And I do think it is important for all of us to do our part to share the positive message that he was trying to carry on his legacy. My question is for the writer. How do you feel the finished film differed from what you originally wrote?
I think it was better than what I originally wrote, because we had an amazing cast and a director who just had such heart and created an atmosphere of such love on that set. It was just an incredibly beautiful experience, because when you write a screenplay, it's not like the screenwriter's there unless they're directing it. The screenwriter's like, okay, thanks, bye. But I was able to go onto the set and watch them in action and watch their interaction, and to see the love that these actors, oh my God, that these actors brought to it.